Okay, welcome to part two of my Sims 4 build series that I'm doing. This is actually gonna have to be two parts because even edited, the video is longer than 10 minutes, which I think I'm gonna put it up on YouTube as well. So if you want to go watch it on YouTube, I'll link it like in the comment or like in the caption or whatever. But anyways, today we're working on a teenage girl's room. If you can't tell, I have a bias towards teenage or towards girl Sims. I don't know why. I think their stuff is just a lot cuter and I like decorating for girls because I am a girl. And so yeah. Again, continuing on with like the I don't know really how to describe it, the goal that we're going for. I guess the goal we're going for is more of like very classy. Again, this is going to be like a middle class slash upper class family that comes from like old money. So it's going to be more of a classier feel. The thing that I'm most excited about is again using a lot of ruby red custom content here, but her room is basically going to be ballet themed. You'll see here in a minute when I start adding really a lot of the stuff. It turns out so cute. So please stick around to the end to see the final product. But right now, I'm just trying to figure out where to put all these paintings and stuff. Obviously, I wanted the mirror right there. So sorry, sometimes it's hard to like figure out what to say exactly. But yeah, just getting everything placed. I'm trying to wait. Ah, here it is. Okay. So these are the ballet mirrors. So her room is going to have a lot of ballet stuff in it. So as you can see, it's gonna be ballet with art, music. It came in this whole pack from the Ruby Red Sims that I paid for. Ballet, art, and music is the pack that I think it's called, and I just thought it was so flippin' adorable. So that's the major underlying theme. As you can see, I'm moving things around a lot. I think that's probably one of the most difficult things for me when I'm building is like I have so much stuff that I want to place, but then the place that I want it doesn't work out at first. So I have to, continue to move things around and see where it'll go best and all this and that. And here I found another thing I wanted for the baby girl's room, so I had to go put that back. Obviously, I just placed a little music stand. She's going to be also playing the violin, which I think is just so cute. I think my legacy sim that I have right now, she was a played the violin as well when she was a teenager. Even as a kid, I think I had her playing the violin. But anyways, so yeah, just going in, putting in mirrors, just more decor and stuff. The hardest part for this room was finding things to put on the shelves that I put beside her bed. But yeah. So adding, more bedside tables, finding things for her little shelves right there. One of my favorite things, I don't know if you can see it, but on her desk right now, there's the cutest bowl that has like a clip in it. It's just so cute. You'll see it at the very end. But um I also wanted to go ahead and add like a little space for her and her friends to hang out in her room, like watch TV or whatever. So that's what I'm starting on right now. Just adding, the TV, the couches, adding a little pillow to the couch, just making it really cute and homey. And then in the end, it's mainly just going around and making sure everything's decorated very nicely, adding more stuff to the walls, adding little plants here and there, moving things around, whatever I feel like it's kind of looking a little bit like that doesn't really belong, just moving stuff like that and rearranging the room a little bit. One thing I like to do is also like adding the door, which I did not do until like way later, but I feel like when you add the door, it kind of helps to like take up some of the space, if that makes sense, because obviously you don't want anything covered by the door. For her door, though, I actually decided to just do a white one, which, if you remember, I did the French open doors for baby girl's room, but I wanted to do the white doors because obviously I feel like she's a bit more mature than a baby, so I don't think she would want pink open doors, and obviously she would want her doors to be closed for a little bit of privacy. So, that's what I gave her. And then here I'm basically doing like last minute stuff, adding floors, doing the paint on her walls, which I think I decided on a pink. Yeah, but didn't want it to be like a bright pink. I wanted to do like a super cool toned pink that kind of went with her room. And if you can see, like, I feel like this pink matches like the carpet, the bed so well. And it's just a regular, like, comes with the game type of wallpaper or paint or whatever. But yeah, here I am just adding last minute things. See how I left the shelves for like very last because I could not figure out what to put on these shelves. That was again probably the hardest part. So then yeah, just going to add some things to the shelves and add some things like plants and more wall decor. I ended up like I hated the look of trying to use a different pack with the stuff that I already had going on her in her room. So I ended up just like trying to use all of the different paintings that came in the set for the music, art, and ballet custom content that I got. And I think it ended up looking really cute. A little redundant, some may say, but still very cute. So at this point, I'm pretty much done. I'm just adding, little decor, moving things around. In the end, I'm putting more like paintings and stuff. I also added this really cute chair, but I'm pretty much done at this point. I'm just, again, filling in more space. And at the end, I did completely fill up the shelves by her bed as well, which I did not know if I was going to be able to do or not. But thankfully, I did get those done. I'm going back and forth between her and the baby's room a lot right here. I'm guessing probably because I found things that I wanted to end up adding to the baby's room. So I kept going back and forth for a little while. Oh, and then I found stuff for the next room that I wanted to do. And just to make it easier on myself, anytime I come across something that I know that I'm going to want to use for another room that I'm doing, I just go ahead and put it in that room. But yeah, here I am literally scouring my custom content, just trying to find anything that I feel like is going to make this room a little bit cuter. So on these shelves, I put a plant, clock, she has a little candle right there, another thing that I found from the baby's room added. But yeah, just going back and forth a lot right here. But yeah, we're pretty much finished. I think those are like pins and stuff that I added, and then this cute little flower clock that I decided to delete the bunny clock for. And yeah, just adding things that I feel like would be in a girl's room and make it even more girly. And again, just giving into that classy, she's very artistic kind of vibe right there. If you guys like this build, don't forget to give it a like. And if you want to see more Sims CC builds, go ahead and hit the follow button. This is going to be a whole series of me decorating this whole house because it is a very big house. So I decided to break it down into parts. Like I've said a million times, we're almost done here, but I just couldn't figure out the placement, especially with this. Finally I did, and then I'm going to go through, add a couple more things. This was the last shelf that I had to do, and at this point, I just didn't care. I just wanted something on the shelf. And then all I have to do after this is fill in, if you can see right behind her door, there's a blank space. I just couldn't leave it like that, so I had to fill in the blank space. And I did that with other paintings. I kind of still wanted to go with the vibe, so I was just scouring for other paintings like in the set that I had not used yet that I could put to make it just look very seamless. I didn't want to just use random paintings. Um, but yeah, I'm about to show the finished product. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to edit it as down as small as I could, but there was a lot of footage with this room in particular. This is what her room ended up looking like in the end, and I'm very happy with it. So